All right, so Kevin, we're going to do the abbreviated version of how to get this door mounted on your project. This is basically so the other guys at home can put theirs together. So first thing we have to check is, number one, that the door fits in here, has a little bit of wiggle room, and up and down we have a good amount of room. Side to side we have just a little bit. I think it's going to be enough to close. If it's not, we can take a little bit off this gap at the very end, but I think it's going to fit. Whoops. The next thing that you're going to need to do is you need to decide which side of the project you want the door to hold that phone right there. You want the door to open and close, and I know that we talked about it a second ago, and you said that you did want the project to open this way, which means that the hinges would have to be on the left side. And we're going to put the hinges. Would you agree that they look pretty decent about in this area?
Yeah.
All right, so if we took a ruler, we got a ruler handy right there. We're just going to take a quick measurement here, see what we're close to. Pretty close to 2.5, so we're going to shoot for 2.5. So now we're going to go around and put these on, okay? So we know that the hinges want to be on this side right here. I'm going to keep my hand on that side. We're going to put it right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these hinges, and if we take a look, they are what's called inset hinges, okay? So what they are is they're a 3/8 inset, and they go in just like this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come right down here, and we're going to take our ruler, and we're going to go from here to the outside edge, and we'll mark 2.5 inches just like that. See how I'm at 2.5 right there? And when we go to put this in, here's how I like to do this. So I like to take the scratch off, and I like to put it in this one right here, right in the center. I'm going to give it a little bit of a dimple right there. I'm going to put it right over this. I'm going to give it just a little tap. We're only going to do one, all right, to start. We can see that one right there. And we're going to come up here. We're going to do the same thing. Now, the reason why we're only going to do one is just in case we don't get it quite right. It gives us the opportunity to fix it with the other ones. All right, so that's 2.5 right there. Now you want to make sure you're right in the center. So what I like to do, I don't know if we get this on camera. Oh, you dirt dog. Hang on. Grab that again. We're going to take out a measurement. Right there? Right there? Okay. Piece of lint on that. So I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to go right over this. Just a little bit. I don't want to go crazy because we have this glass in here. Nice and light. All right. Now we happen to have that drill over there already set up. Why don't you go ahead and bring that over. And if we take a look, this just happens to be a 4D nail. And we have it set about a 1/2 inch, 5/8. It's about the size of these screws. Right, so as long as it's as deep as those screws and not over 3/4 of an inch, will be in good shape. So 1/2 to 5/8 is plenty fine. So we're gonna find our first nail hole right here. I'm gonna put it right on the top. All right, we're gonna drill it nice and straight. Nice and slow. Okay, why don't you go over on that side and do that one? All right. And we could probably get away with using a slightly larger diameter drill bit as well. So if we take a look at these screws right here, do you notice how we have some that are slightly larger than the other? Yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 large screws and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small screws. So if we take a look at this, all right, the 6 are for these ones that we're going to drill right here, and the 4 larger ones are going to be for these 2 on there. Everything's times 2 because there's 2 hinges. I don't like to open this bag up all the way. I like to just open it just enough. And we'll take this first screw out. And we want to find a screwdriver that's going to fit it really good. Now we're happening to use an impact driver right here. I'm not going to recommend that you guys use an impact driver at home because you have a tendency to strip stuff. You can use just a regular screwdriver. This is a number 2 bit, so a number 2 should be pretty good. All right, and we're just going to put it right on top of here. We'll just put it in a little bit to get it started, and out, and a little bit to get it started, out. All right. So we'll take this, we're gonna put it right over here, slightly hanging over the edge, and we're gonna put this right here. Now, see, I was able to start it a little bit by hand. Now, when we go to do this on the top, all right, we're just gonna go nice and easy. All right, I'm gonna be right above it like this, nice and square, which is so slow. Okay? So it nice and easy. You see how I just used a little bit of that throttle? And look, this fits really nice right here. That's a nice, clean, tight fit. Now the reason why we only did one is just in case we were a little bit too far this way. All right, if we were a little bit too far this way, then the hinge would be off a little bit. We would have the opportunity to fix it with these two, but we did that one perfect. Let's see how we did on this one over here. Go ahead and grab yourself a small screw. And we should be able to start by hand. Be nice and square on top of it. Nice and easy. Easy. A little bit. It's okay. So it's finding itself. Yep, that's good. 1 click, 2 clicks, plenty fine. Looks mighty fine right there. We're gonna bring these up like this. We're just gonna double check, make sure that it fits in here. That fits beautiful. I'm feeling really positive about that. So we're just gonna go ahead and put these next two in here real quick. So we'll drill these. That way you can put them in while we're drilling. Nice and easy. Easy. These screws are very soft metal, so they strip out extremely easy. You gotta make sure that bit is 100% kind of locked in. That you'll see it actually, there's a spot where it kind of locks right into that slot. Nice and easy. Perfect, mighty fine. That one there snug. Not even gonna worry about letting that one click. Now, if we wanted to, could we take a screwdriver and just do it by hand if we want to snug them up a little bit? Yeah, feeling pretty positive though about that. All right, so now we're getting ready to do the next one over here. And remember, now we need to find out where we want this bad boy to sit this way here, right? Now, if we take a look, do you notice how the hinges actually have a little bit of wiggle room for side to side right here? All right, so here's how I do this. I like to bring this right above here. It's kind of a two-person job. And I'm gonna sight right down this. And right now I have about, not quite an eighth, maybe the thickness of a quarter over here. And got an eighth over here, so for this way, just a smidgen. All right, I like the way that is right there. Let's grab that scratch off. And you gotta kind of find the center of that though. Okay. So we're just gonna do one. Beautiful. All right, can you see that, where it's at? Keep your eye on it. Can you see it? Oh yeah, I can see it. We're good. We're gonna take our drill here. It's gonna go nice and in. Excuse me. And why don't you come on over here, Kevin? Do this one over here. Go ahead and mark one of those. When in doubt, you want to probably leave it a little bit more down in the slot than up. The reason being is it'll suck the hinges tight if it's more damp. Yeah, we'll give that a nice little wiggle. All right, beautiful. Let's go ahead and grab 2 screws out of there, please, while I drill this. All right. Feel pretty positive about trying that?
Yeah.
These are slightly larger screws, so they'll.
Right.
There? Battery for that one. That one looks good. We have full range of movement. Why don't you grab that green Hitachi drill while you're in there too, please? Should be second shelf down. Yep, that's good. Yep. And go ahead, you can snug that one up. Snug that one up a smidgen down there. Good. Whoops. If you want to hold this, I could probably get it, or you think you got it? All right, you go ahead and hold that. See that? So we're going to come right over to the side here. And I'm just going to take a look. Got a gap here. Got a gap here. We'll see if it goes in. Oh, you hot dog. And see how it's just a little bit snug right over here on those, on that. Remember I said sometimes that happens? Where? See how it, so when we put that in, what's happening is this right here, the hinges have it rolled just a smidgen, which is not the end of the tongue tied here. What we will wind up doing is taking about a blade's width right out of here, and then you just real quick staying that. It doesn't even need to be perfect. What's happening is it will fit in if I go like this. It's just a little bit, the hinges just have it down a little bit. Not the end. Okay. So come on right on over here and hold that. So we're going to try this drill bit over here. It's slightly larger. And we're going to put it right down here. And we're going to go in. And just to make sure that it's not too big, we'll only do one. That is the next size up.
What was that call for?
It's actually good. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh! Hot dog! Yes, sir. And with this one over here. Now, we could also have stood this over on the edge and done it so working this way, more vertical than horizontal. But for the sake of the video, we're going to do it like this so we can somewhat see, and it's almost as easy. The trick here is really to take your time, plan it out, make sure everything's good. Now, let's say we didn't quite get the hinges where we wanted them, and we ran out of some movement, some adjustment. What we would do is let's say we couldn't slide it. We would just stop, come over to our new hole, all right, get it where it should be in the center, drill the hole there, and then we could adjust it later by just re-drilling another hole. We do have a little bit of movement in here, or a little bit of adjustment in here. We'll see if it shuts. Go ahead. Maybe. Same thing. So that's not the end of the world. Obviously, if we do take it and I push it in just a smidgen, it goes. We could probably get away with taking off half the saw blade. So we're not going to put that in the video. We're just going to show one more thing here. So we got that on. In here, there is 2 of these little
Stoppers.
Yeah, they're kind of like little belt pieces. You would just take those, and what you do is just put them right on the inside right here. So we're going to take this off. We're just going to take a little piece out of there just so that it closes in here 100% and we'd be in good shape. So, yeah, 'cause it's just a little bit snug, not the end of the world. But in a nutshell, that's how to do it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.